It's silver, baby! Isn't that what Gary Drayton always says? Something like that. Anyway, I went out metal detecting today, and about a half hour in I found this Spanish silver coin, and it's pretty damn good shape. I mean, considering how long it's probably been out there. But we don't get very much rain in a year. Our soil is really sandy, especially right there. It's very sandy. A lot of duff from pine needles and protected kind of under that old tree. And I did some research, and this is a 1711 2 real. 1711 2 real. And it doesn't have any dates on it. That's kind of what confused me. A lot of the silver coins have a date on them, but apparently that year they didn't, or at least a 2 real didn't. And it's really thin. I'm going to weigh it here. Get my thing zeroed out. Well, that's gram. It's 4.40 grams. So anybody know anything about Spanish coins? I found some similar to this, although not in as good a shape, on the internet on eBay for sale. And they were about between $125 and $225, depends on the condition. Yeah, that's a pretty good find. We've known the Spanish have been in that area. We've lots of Spanish glyphs. Lots of Spanish signs. I was metal detecting in an old Spanish campsite, a site that to me said Spanish all over it, because on the ridge there's a lot of cedars, old cedars that have been cut with a hand axe from many years ago. I'll show a couple pictures in the video. Just a lot of old glyphs around there. I'll show a couple glyphs that are from that area. I was up there looking for the navigation glyphs. Some people call them key glyphs or water glyphs. And after I found the water glyph that I was looking for, I went to this other area where I camped many years ago when I was working with the archaeological team working on an Anasazi site on the Arizona Strip, and we camped in this area. And I just had a gut that this would be a good campsite for anybody, the Native Americans, the Spanish, or whatever, because it was near a nice water hole. There was a lot of more recent activity there. I found numerous bullet casings and lead and some brass, copper jackets. I found some old tin cans, an old oil can, things like that. But about halfway through I found this Spanish coin under a tree, and boy, I got excited. It looked so good and in such good condition compared to the other old coins that I found that it surprised me. And I think the pH in the soil, the sand, how dry it is, and the fact we only get from 12 to 15 inches of rain a year in this area has led to very good preservation of this coin. This is the first coin of this type in the 1711 that I've ever found. My buddy John found one a year or two ago, a copper real, an older one. And then my other friend, a common friend of mine and John's, Tracy, and his brother actually found an old, I think it was a silver one too, up near where they live in the northern part of Utah. So anyway, kind of exciting little find, and hope you enjoy the video. In this video I'm out looking for water glyphs or navigation glyphs on the Arizona Strip area. And there's a really unique one out here that I'm trying to find, and so you join me today as we look for these unique glyphs that are found on a flat surface. I believe they're navigational. I believe they were left by the Aztec when they left this area, the area of their middle homeland. When I say middle homeland, I mean the time period from when they left the Lake Kupala and their emergence area, from that period of time until they ended up in Mexico City. And it's my belief that there are very many great wars and battles between tribes, as well as natural disasters that happened that led to them leaving their homeland and trying to find a new home. Some of the surfaces in this area have petroglyphs, so I'm carefully scanning for petroglyphs on this flat surface. They're unusual and they don't last as long as petroglyphs that are under a protective area, but I believe they have their own unique meaning and were done by a certain people, probably the Aztec or one of the peoples that were in this area at the same time. I used to be a lot more fleet of foot in the rocks until I injured my knee, and now I'm a little more careful. Nice little canyon. There's a couple hundred feet down off there. And there's the navigation glyph, just like my research showed me. This is a great one. It's a double, triple. Very unusual. Also has 2 or 3 dots. We line it up and look. This one's actually pointing downhill. It's pointing right there to that area. Or or it's pointing this direction up over the horizon. There's a nice shot with the sun rays coming through. Continuing our search on the trail of the Spanish and the Aztec. Researching the area, looking for ancient petroglyphs, navigation glyphs, some people call them water glyphs, but I think as I have established, they don't all lead to water. I think the water part of it is just the natural travel routes that a desert traveler would take is going to take you past water along your route. The only intelligent and safe way to travel is from water hole to water hole. But since many of them end at a destination that is not water, or continue on, or are found where there isn't any water, they obviously are not just, the destination is not water. It's that water is along your route to your destination because of the necessity of the traveling that way in the desert. You know, you can stand on the side of the Colorado River or a large lake or pond and there's a water glyph. Obviously they didn't need a water glyph there for you to know there was water there. And if you follow the direction that they're pointing, almost inevitably you will find another one. And it will take you to another one and another one. And I've come to a few that terminate. I haven't been able to find any more. And I believe that those are the ones that you have arrived at the destination, whatever that is, whether that's an ancient village, an ancient solstice site, a ceremonial site, perhaps a sacrificial site, or even a treasure cache site. A site where they cached or left something that they couldn't take with them, wasn't practical, or intended to come back for. Could possibly even be a weapons cache. I know that in during some of the excavations of sites in this area in the past, that some Aztec items were found and recovered. And the story they always tried to tell us the surveyors and those that were working on the site were, oh, it must have been a trade item. Must have been a trade item. Yeah, right. Like the Aztecs going to trade one of their obsidian axes to the local Indians for what? Some food? Well, they got the axe, they're just going to take the food. It's nice to see the ponds are full. It's been a while. When I was a young anthropology student and we were out in this area, there was actually fish, a lot of fish in these ponds. Most likely it was put there by more recent people, but it's possible that the fish were put there by the ancient peoples. I don't know. But it's nice to see water in these ponds again for the wildlife and for the habitat. Now I think I'm going to do a little metal detecting. I know years ago I found a location out here that I always felt like was a camp. For some reason I had the feeling it was a Spanish camp because of some of the signs, and I'm going to do a little detecting around this site and see if I can find any indication of past civilization. Got a little hit right here. Wish I had my pinpointer. I thought I had it in my backpack, but I couldn't see it. Yep, another 22 casing. Don't leave home without your pinpointers, boys. There's another one, I can see it right there, 22 casing. Might be all I'm gonna find is modern stuff. Where was that casing at? Right there, I can see it. Right there. Pretty quiet ground. I like quiet ground. I don't like digging a bunch of garbage. Although it is fun to dig up old artifacts from, yeah, there's an old plastic fork from some more modern littering pioneer. Let's grab that on the way out. This alcove, I think, seen some campers over the years. It's a good spot. I'd camp here. We've camped here before. Little avenue right up in here. Some of these trees are pretty quiet. A lot quieter than I thought it'd be. It's not the best thing to do with your hand because hand's got iron in your blood. Another 22 casing. This Equinox is a pretty good machine. This 800 is pretty sensitive. Does good for me anyway. Another old campsite right here. You can see this looks like a little older site. It's fire pits. Kind of disintegrated here. Hit around here as I come up to it, just in case this is a better spot to sleep. And I think that's where they lose their stuff more. Here's my pin pointer. I want to see if it's what I'd give for my pin pointer right now. Where the hell is it? Ooh. Wait, I have to bleep that out. Holy cow. It's too thin to be a coin, isn't it? Spanish. It's pretty damn good shape. It's got to be silver. That's a silver signal. Wow. It's right here under this tree. Wasn't even very deep. It was about 6-7 inches down. I need my glasses. I can't tell what it says. I'm surprised there's not a lot more varnish on that thing. It's pretty sandy, dry soil though underneath this tree. It's real sandy and drains well. Must not be very much copper in it, or it'd be green. Wow, that's crazy. My buddy John found one not too far from here. Wow. Better look around this tree a little better. That is incredible. Still in shock. This is where this is the camping spot that we stayed at. And I remember I felt then I should be exploring around this area a little bit more because of the water hole just over the hill and a little protected alcove in here, and up on this ridge there's a lot of old axe cut trees. Whew. Man, I want to get back home and see what this coin is. That's crazy, boys. Oh, that old tin lid. Garbage. When they're garbage. Wow, that's crazy. Just had a feeling I should be doing some detecting out here, but that was crazy. Some more surface garbage. Glass. People in their garbage. Yeah, the old Equinox 800 pulled it off, whatever that is. It looks like a coin, but it seems too thin. It's really thin. I've never seen, the coins I've seen are quite a bit thicker than that. Wow. What to think? Mining, or trying to recover a treasure, or getting water, picking pine nuts. Maybe they had livestock up here like the modern day cowboys do today. Just goes to show you folks, some old corrals, old water holes along the old trails. Keep your eyes open and do some metal detecting. You never know what you'll find.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. day. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the...
My book, Grand Canyon Treasure Cave, is still available on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description down below. Later in this new year, I've got another book that's coming out, and it's going to be about 300 pages long, and it's about treasure hunting. I also want to mention here that I still have a few of the coins that I have made. These collectible, this is my logo for my YouTube channel, and just a challenge coin. These are brass. Got a few of them left. I've sent out a few this week, so watch, if you've ordered one, watch for them in the mail. Should be getting to you in the next few days.
Way